The king of pop gone too soon. Michael Jackson. The name alone evokes a whirlwind of emotions. He was a musical prodigy, a global icon, a man who redefined entertainment. His death on June 25, 2009 sent shockwaves across the world. Fans mourned. News channels went into overdrive. How could someone so famous, so seemingly untouchable, be gone? The king of pop was dead at 50. It felt unreal. Here was a man who had achieved unparalleled fame at a young age. His music transcended borders and languages. His dance moves were legendary. And yet, behind the glitter and the moonwalk, there was a palpable vulnerability. Jackson's life was a complex tapestry woven with extraordinary talent, relentless media scrutiny, and personal struggles. His death only amplified the intrigue surrounding him. It sparked countless questions, accusations, and conspiracy theories. The circumstances surrounding that fateful day continue to captivate and puzzle, ensuring that Michael Jackson's story remains a source of both fascination and debate. But to understand the enigma of his death, we must first understand the man himself. Los Angeles, California, June 25, 2009. A call came in to 911. The caller was frantic. Michael Jackson was unresponsive. Paramedics arrived at his rented mansion in Holmby Hills to find a chaotic scene. Jackson was not breathing. His personal physician, Dr. Conrad Murray, was administering CPR, but it was too late. Jackson was rushed to Ronald Reagan UCLA Medical Center. Despite desperate attempts to revive him, he was pronounced dead at 2:26 p.m. The world held its breath. How could this happen? What led to the sudden demise of this musical icon? The Los Angeles County Coroner's Office launched an investigation. The world waited with bated breath for answers. The initial autopsy report only deepened the mystery. Jackson's death was ruled a homicide. The cause? Acute propofol intoxication. Propofol, a powerful anesthetic usually administered in hospital settings, was found in Jackson's system, along with a cocktail of other sedatives. The spotlight immediately fell on Dr. Conrad Murray. What was this powerful drug doing in Jackson's home? Why was it administered? The investigation into Michael Jackson's death had just begun, and it promised to be a complex and unsettling journey into the world of fame, addiction, and medical negligence. Dr. Conrad Murray, a cardiologist by profession, had been hired by AEG Live, the promoter of Jackson's planned comeback tour, This Is It. His role was to ensure Jackson was healthy and fit enough for the grueling concert schedule. However, Murray's role soon morphed into something far more complicated. Jackson, it seemed, was battling insomnia. He relied on various medications to help him sleep. Murray, according to his own testimony, administered propofol to Jackson at night to help him rest. This practice, administering a powerful anesthetic outside a hospital setting, was a serious breach of medical protocol. It was a decision that would have fatal consequences. In 2011, Dr. Murray stood trial for involuntary manslaughter. The prosecution argued that Murray's actions, particularly administering propofol in an uncontrolled environment, directly led to Jackson's death. The defense maintained that Jackson had self-administered the fatal dose. The trial was a media sensation, broadcast globally, with every detail scrutinized. In the end, the jury found Dr. Conrad Murray guilty of involuntary manslaughter. He was sentenced to 4 years in prison, serving 2. The verdict brought a sense of closure, but it also raised uncomfortable questions about the ethics of a doctor catering to the demands of his famous patient. Section 4. A cocktail of medications. Michael Jackson's relationship with prescription drugs was complex and long-standing. He suffered from chronic pain, stemming from a scalp injury he sustained while filming a Pepsi commercial in 1984. The incident left him with burns and required extensive surgery. To manage the pain, Jackson was prescribed painkillers, which marked the beginning of his struggle with prescription medication. Over the years, Jackson relied on various medications to combat pain, insomnia, and anxiety. His dependence on these drugs became an open secret, whispered about in tabloids and scrutinized by the media. His changing appearance, which he attributed to vitiligo, a skin condition, was also linked to his medication use. The toxicology report from Jackson's autopsy painted a stark picture of his reliance on prescription drugs. Aside from the fatal dose of propofol, the report revealed a cocktail of sedatives, including lorazepam, midazolam, and diazepam. This combination of drugs, experts noted, created a dangerous synergistic effect, suppressing Jackson's respiratory system and ultimately leading to his death. Jackson's struggle with prescription drugs highlighted a tragic reality. Fame, for all its allure, often comes at a price. The pressure to maintain a certain image, the relentless scrutiny, the fear of failure. These factors can take a toll on even the strongest individuals. In Jackson's case, it led him down a dangerous path, seeking solace in medication, ultimately leading to his untimely demise. Section 5. The Price of Fame. Fame, they say, is a double-edged sword. For Michael Jackson, the price of fame was steep. Despite his extraordinary talent and global adoration, Jackson was plagued by financial woes throughout his career. These financial pressures, coupled with the relentless scrutiny of his personal life, took a toll on his mental health. Jackson's lavish spending habits were no secret. His Neverland Ranch, a sprawling estate with amusement park rides and exotic animals, was a testament to his extravagant lifestyle. But maintaining such a lifestyle came at a cost. There were reports of mismanagement of funds, legal battles, and dwindling record sales. The pressure to maintain his image and financial standing was immense. Jackson was acutely aware of his declining popularity and the constant criticism from the media. He felt betrayed by those he trusted, isolated by his fame, and hounded by the paparazzi. This constant pressure cooker of scrutiny and financial strain exacerbated his dependence on medication. He sought solace in drugs, a dangerous coping mechanism that ultimately contributed to his demise. The tragedy of Michael Jackson's death is compounded by the realization that behind the glittering facade of fame and fortune lay a deeply troubled soul, a man grappling with the immense pressure of maintaining his iconic status while battling personal demons and financial turmoil. Section 6. Hounded by the spotlight. Michael Jackson lived his life in a fishbowl. From the moment he stepped on stage as a child star with the Jackson 5, he was thrust into the unforgiving glare of the spotlight. Every aspect of his life was scrutinized, analyzed, and often sensationalized by the media. The tabloids hounded him relentlessly. They dubbed him Wacko Jacko, a moniker that deeply hurt him. They published fabricated stories about his personal life, his appearance, and his relationships. Jackson became a recluse, seeking refuge in his Neverland Ranch, but even there, he couldn't escape the prying eyes of the paparazzi. The constant scrutiny took a toll on his mental health. Jackson spoke openly about feeling persecuted by the media, comparing their relentless pursuit to a lynching. He felt betrayed, misunderstood, and increasingly isolated. The pressure to maintain his image, to live up to the expectations of millions, became an unbearable burden. In many ways, Michael Jackson's life became a cautionary tale about the dark side of fame.